I'm Mark Makeley. I'm president of Premier Utility Services, and we're within professional services. Premier provides utility services to our clients. Our people could do anything from marking the underground lines, they'll do gas leak survey work, valve maintenance work. There's underground inspection work that we do inside manholes, transformers. Above ground, we'll do transmission inspections and streetlight inspections. We provide services for LDCs or local distribution companies. It's all types of services. It's really a whole host of things. This marks our 10th year in business. It's really due to a lot of the great people that we have, the dedication. We've grown the organization from a handful of people in upwards of over 850 people. We focused primarily early on the gas distribution system. Kind of found a niche market there and really have developed into going out into telecommunications work, water, really all types of utilities. We do quite an amount of work in large cities. New York City is one of them, and the surrounding boroughs. We work in Baltimore, San Francisco, out on the West Coast. We've done work in Los Angeles as well, and we have several programs going on right now in Chicago. And these are just a few of the cities. Here's why clients should choose us. We have an extensive quality assurance program in place. We really have a layer of management. Their core focus is dedicated to driving and promoting quality, ensuring that it's there. We use a lessons learned program that is rolled out across all the types of services that we provide. Our training programs are extensive, and it's not typical of our industry. We go above and beyond. Our training typically lasts anywhere from 10 to 12 weeks. There's a step program beyond that training that we do for our people. It's almost like an apprenticeship program. And then we roll those folks out into the field with a sponsor with them and delegate the work as their experience increases.
1, 2. Everybody's good? No, who needed paint? Who screamed paint?
One of the things I'm most proud of is our people. We've always strived to be the best.
Good morning, Matt. I have an emergency in Niagara Falls.
I don't think there's really any limit to what we do. Our business model really was under damage prevention, but we just keep adding on specialty type services to our portfolio.
My name is Vinny Marchese, Vice President of Premier Utility Services. Damage prevention is when someone's digging out in the field. It would be an excavator or a homeowner, and they'll call 811. It's a call before you dig, and what happens is those tickets get routed to us, and we'll go out there and we'll mark the underground lines in the area, and we'll protect our clients' facilities and infrastructure. They would call when any type of construction is happening, any type of excavation. It could be putting in a new fence, it could be installing a new water main, it could be a homeowner digging a garden in his backyard. We have technicians that are out in the field that perform line locating, and what they'll do is they'll use the prints that are supplied by the utility company. We'll hook onto their infrastructure and induce a signal, electromagnetic signal through the line, and pick it up and actually place markings where the lines exist so that when an excavator comes by and digs, they'll know exactly where the lines are. One of the technologies we use right now, which makes us superior in this area, is the ground penetrating radar. What it does is it'll shoot a signal into the ground and it'll reflect an image onto the screen so that we can detect the pipes. I think our services are industry leading across the whole entire U.S. There are a lot of practices that we have in place, whether it's a training program, so we know that the employees are trained appropriately.
This ticket number 132-660-427.
We partnered with a company called RouteShoot. We videotape a lot of the work that we do. Give access to our clients so that they can see the work that's being performed out in the field. What this tool has allowed us to do is really give more detail to the work.
In the field, there are a lot of distractions, there are a lot of emergencies that come up. Our theory is to alleviate as much pressure as we can from the field staff and try to give a little bit of extra assistance in the back office. as well as the field, we also have quality assurance in the corporate office. What we'll do is we'll use a lot of our technology to bring back the data so that there's another group that can give some support to the field folks. Our core business and gas services is leak survey. It could be an annual program, it could be biannual. We'll go out there and we'll patrol the lines, walking or performing a mobile survey, and we'll detect any leaks, pinpoint where the leak is coming from, make sure the public's safe, make sure there's no buildings in the area that are exposed. We'll also take a look at their structures that are out there and visually inspect them and make sure they're not corroding. It's important for everybody to inspect their lines on a frequent basis.
Contact voltage is a stray current that leaks, for lack of a better term, and can energize objects. For an example, a street light that may have contact voltage, the actual street light structure itself can become energized, posing a potential hazard to the public.
In 2005, there was an incident. A person was electrocuted on a manhole cover, which kicked off Public Service Commission action.
The major utilities are mandated that they have to visit all of their structures to test for contact voltage.
What we're doing out here is underground inspection. These guys inspect service boxes, manholes. First thing they do is roll up, make sure it's in a safe site, set up a work zone protection.
I'm casting.
They're going to do an atmospheric test to make sure that there's no dangerous environment in the hole.
1, 2.
They're going to proceed with the actual inspection of the wires inside the hole. We're making sure that there's no broken insulation on any of those wires inside that hole that could be touching that manhole cover. A manhole cover would get electrified if there was broken insulation on a wire inside of that hole. As there's voltage going through these wires, they actually move ever so slightly. And over the years, if it's sitting up against a rack arm or it's up against the duct edge, that slight movement over a long period of time will actually wear away the insulation. The total structures that we do is probably close to 80,000 and up per year. Each crew averages about 6 in a day.
What this crew is doing is we're performing contact voltage testing. They proof the device to make sure that it's working, and then they actually touch the metal structure that they're visiting. If that unit picks up any type of electric current whatsoever, we then have to go with a fluke meter and figure out how much voltage is on there. Anything less than 1 volt, we're allowed to leave. If it's 1 volt or more, we have to safeguard. We put up cones, you tape it off to make sure the public can't get anywhere near it. We don't want anybody hurt. We have to wait for the utility company to come and repair the issue.
We're looked at as one of the industry leaders in contact voltage. We've been involved in the process since early 2004. Technologies are changing, and we're seeing a shift from the manual process to a mobile process. Our crews go out and we will drive down the roads in metropolitan areas often and detect and search for any hazards that are out there.
My name is Bill Gorman. I'm the Director of Training and Compliance for Premier Utility Services based in Hauppauge, Long Island. With the upcoming storms that are predicted for the winter, the end of the hurricane season, the utilities have no idea what disasters they may incur. Premier is very proud to be able to offer services such as wire guard protection, damage assessment, services to help the utilities get the incoming utility contractors and other utilities around, and those are the services that we provide. Wire guarding is the process whereby we would send out one of our vehicles that marked with yellow lights and tape to a specific location where there are wires reported to be down either off the poles or off of some structure that belong to the utilities. Not knowing whether those lines are live or dead, we want to protect the folks around there so that they don't go near them. One of the other services that we're proud to offer is a damage assessment. Once the storm passes through, we can provide people that are trained to identify different areas of their system, have them review to list how many broken poles, how many wires are down, and where they are. That helps the utility get the power back on sooner. The fact that we have so many people available and that we know the areas that we work in, we can also provide what we call bird dogging for the incoming crews. Our folks can get a location and lead the incoming crews to an area they may not be familiar with. We can also provide dry ice and water to the outside crews. We can carry materials back and forth. That allows the craftspeople and the utilities to do their work to restore the power to the people as quick as they can. After Hurricane Sandy, we also provided leak survey services to the utilities in Jersey because they needed to get the gas lines repaired and restored, and that was well after the storm, but it was a service that we could provide.